Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Fields, and I'm back presenting you with just a fan of boxing talk. So I wanted to talk about these fights of the past weekend. Mr. Colbert, Josh Taylor, Gary Russell, man. Just starting out with that Taylor fight real quick. Decent fight, thought it was a good fight overall, very entertaining. Jack Catterall did a really good job. Definitely wasn't expecting that from him. I didn't know a whole lot about him, but a lot of these mandatories, you just don't know. Just kind of wrote him off as domestic UK level fighter, that kind of thing. Didn't put too much energy into him, but he was good, man. He had a good game plan against Taylor. Was cracking Taylor with the left hand all night long. Knocked Taylor down with a left hand. He was really scoring with that punch. He was timing Taylor. He was counter punching. Decent on the inside. Taylor was getting the better of the exchanges on the inside, but this was a back and forth fight, very, very close fight, man. Taylor was taking some punishment, man. He didn't look very good. He looked decent. He definitely looked extremely beatable by the likes of Crawford. If that's the conversation as far as who's going to fight next, he looked very, very beatable. Didn't look spectacular, not nearly like his performances against Ramirez and Prograis. These performances, but overall, he got the job done. Was able to retain his titles. It was a very, very close fight. He won by like a point, split decision, and so we'll see what he does next, man. And hopefully he looks a little better. He was off for I'm not sure how long, but quite a while. Probably over 8 months or longer, kind of thing. But so maybe it was a little ring rust, but we'll see. Decent fight. Moving on to that Colbert fight. Colbert was kind of disappointing. Maybe he didn't show up for the kid. He was just dancing in the back. Didn't know how focused he was on this fight, man. He just maybe checked out when his opponent dropped out of the fight. But his bad. Should have been focused. Should have stayed hungry. And focused on his plan, which was to get this WBA belt, potentially unify with the winner of Shakur and Oscar Valdez and all that. But now that's out the window. Garcia is now in that position. He came up, he was ready. He took his opportunity, and he fought the fight of his life. That may have been the best Garcia we see, because Colbert is a decent fighter, man. I won't write him off. I've definitely seen better from the kid. He checked out of the fight, in my opinion. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Towards the end, he just said it wasn't. He wasn't feeling himself. But whatever that is. So we'll see what he does next. Like I said, I think Colbert is pretty decent. Definitely should stop mentioning Mr. Gary Russell Jr.'s name. Probably should stop mentioning Shakur Stevenson or Oscar Valdez's name. All these fighters definitely beat him. He might have a shot, but they definitely beat him. So we'll see what Colbert does next. He's still learning, still very young. He has time to develop and get better. I think he's 24, 25. So, we could see a different fighter 2 or 3 years. He go back to the drawing board, show some things. But, what he showed was he just, when the going got tough, he ran. So, we'll see what happens. Moving on to the fight I thought should have been the main event on that card, Mr. Gary Russell with Victor Postol. I don't know. It really absolutely should have been moved to the main event. This was a great, great fight. You had former champion Postol, is he former champion? I gotta double check. Everybody fought him, but I'm not sure. He was a higher ranked contender. He actually had a belt, but I gotta go check. Check the box rate. But anyway, we're talking about Victor Postol. Great fights against Crawford and Ramirez and Matisse and Josh Taylor. High level stuff, man. And I thought Gary Russell did a fabulous job. I love the way this kid fights. Very, very aggressive kid. Has a heck of a chin. He just runs in, kind of open, but he's very tight, strategic. He's getting in there. His whole mission is just to break you. He wants to land his left. He wants to land his hooks. He had a really good jab to the body. He had a really good left to the body. Definitely love the punch selection, man. And this kid's gonna be a problem. He gonna beat definitely most, if not all, at 140. Who are there right now. I think his toughest fight stylistically is probably Regis Prograis. And I still favor him against Regis Prograis, but stylistically, because of what Prograis brings, power, that rugged kind of awkwardness. He's shorter, so he has a decent kind of bob and weave style where he gets on the inside and can kind of come up and, pop you with a overhand left or an overhand right. That'd be another, that'd be a southpaw, mashup there. So I definitely see Regis probably being, as it sits right now, I know, because I got him beating Tios and the Montana Loves and Pedrazas and heck, I got him beating Taylor, Ramirez, these fighters. So we'll see what Gary Antoine does next, man. I really like what I saw, man, and looking forward to seeing what he does next, man. So just want to get my quick thoughts on the fights this past weekend, but I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Again, this is your boy Fields, and I'm out.